There's a lot of anecdotal advice around on improving your marriage. But if you want something you can really use that will actually make a difference and reignite your marriage, check out the link in the description below.
The question, should I give up on my marriage? I haven't seen my wife in 6 months. Answer by Jessica Plord. So I had a lot of trouble understanding your blog. You may want to correct the grammar. It is extremely confusing and difficult to read. But you asked me directly, so I will tell you what I understood and let you rebut it if you consider it to be inaccurate. You want to live in an area you like. She wants to live in an area she prefers. You resent her for not wanting to live where you do, made an ultimatum, and are mad that she didn't come running back. She wanted you to pull your weight financially because you didn't have a job. You resent this because you have an income and can keep the lights on. I read this as you get government support, but I can't tell if that is accurate. In the meantime, do you want her to quit her job in Maine to come live with you because you work just enough to pay for a ticket for her? She is confused, and you want her to forget her confusion to just be with you already. When she decides she doesn't want something she previously considered a possibility, you assume that she is lying. You are not considering that maybe you are showing negative behavior that make her think it won't work. You refuse any and all visits to her, but honestly expect that she will want to move across the country to be with you. This is awfully lopsided. You seem to use religion as a way to passive-aggressively speak about her parents. I love them, but just so you know, any marriage counselor will tell you the word that means that you think and are communicating the opposite of the preceding statement. And you're saying I hope they keep in mind always God with all their heart, soul, mind, strength, and keep up study day and night and fill their hearts with His word, and that nothing of this world chokes out that good in them, so that we may meet up one day in heaven. Actually tells me you think of them as immoral, ungodly people and have been vocally judgmental. No one expects you to like your in-laws, but it is not okay to speak poorly about their character to your spouse, who undoubtedly cares about them. It is absolutely not okay to try to isolate your spouse from them or forbid her from living near them. Let me set a few things straight here. This isn't about your house. It isn't about your geography either. You say you support her, but you sure don't sound supportive. You sound demanding and angry that you aren't getting what you want. You sound like it's your way or the highway. If my perception is true, then I suggest the highway. This is no way to make a marriage work. Note, I'm not saying you are the only one with problems. I'm sure she has hers, but all I heard about in your blog was you. Nonetheless, if you can't address your own issues, the marriage won't work. Each person can only work on themselves, and I won't give advice about how your wife should work on herself. I will only give advice about how you can better yourself, and reach out in loving kindness to your spouse once and only after you are healthy. Answer by Sally Powelson. You're not going to like this, but hey ho. Here goes. Eva just skimmed through your blog and it's all about how you feel and what you need. I'm not getting any sense that you even know what your wife wants and needs. You tell us she went to stay with her parents and implied that she did that without your permission/approval. Honestly, she doesn't need either of those things. She's not going out meeting other men, she's visiting her mother and father. You say there isn't another man involved but that she doesn't want to come home to you, and yet you don't seem to have asked yourself, or her, why that might be the case. You talk about how you do all the cleaning and on the rare occasions she does any housework. She does it badly, but it also sounds as if she goes out to work every day and you don't. You suggest that you'll try and hook up with what used to be called women of easy virtue if she doesn't come home soon, which implies that so long as your sexual needs are met, it doesn't matter much to you who meets them. You say you could go to Maine and try and find a job there, but for reasons that aren't clear to me you won't even consider that option. You want to work for God in Washington, but not, it seems, for your marriage in Maine. You imply she's invited you to go and visit her there, to stay for a few weeks, but you're having none of it. You either want her back or you want to give up. So yes, I believe your wife loves him and that, when she thinks of the marriage she thought you and she were going to have together, she's as unhappy as you are that it didn't work out. The question is whether you're prepared to put the effort in to make it work. Go to Maine. Talk to her. Seek counseling. Find out whether there's anything left worth saving and any hope for the future. But do it quickly, before it's too late, and for heaven's sake, stop wasting time asking strangers on Quora and writing self-pitying blog posts. Answer by Wendy Brown. That depends on why you haven't seen her in 6 months. Did she walk out on you, never to return? Has she been deployed overseas? Is she far away tending to a sick family member? Think it through.